Tonight, it's the National Football League Super Bowl 62.
It has been a tumultuous 2 weeks, but it is finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 62. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Oh, look at the juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Running left is Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Throwing to start the drive. Bullard, man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bullard, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Back to throw. Bullard. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw again. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So that does it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Back in a moment. 7-all is the score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
To throw on 2nd down, Bullard.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw, Bullard. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bullard. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bullard. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll run with Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions have moved out in front.
Extra point attempt here still to come.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They will run it with Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Looking to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
To throw on second down. Bullard able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Bullard.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Lions will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Back to throw. Bullard. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down. Bullard. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And his kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Back to finish off the big one, the Super Bowl 62, as we get you set for the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On 1st and 10, Bullard. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Bullard looking middle, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback.
Scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Lions are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. Well, this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
On the double. Watch the slant. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 52 blaster. Drill green.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Bullard, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Tight up, 97. Ready.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With them leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Eluding the pressure right.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And the Lions, yes, the Detroit Lions have won the Super Bowl. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.